And this is the one I emailed out. And hopefully you got an opportunity to read at least some of it. On November 1st, 22, the DIG received a complaint that was first sent to the Director of Public Safety via email. The complaint alleges through a TikTok video that an Instagram account belonging to a CPD officer is racist. The DIG reviewed policies and procedures that address social media use and unbecoming conduct, and after a review of the social media account itself, concluded that the officer's posts and actions on his Instagram page were outside of policy. Now, if you would like, I'll read some or all of the posts, but some in particular. This is the second post. The photo depicts a meme of SpongeBob SquarePants with Mayor Andrew Ginther superimposed over the top, with him appearing to say F12, which is slang for F the police, and burning a piece of paper that says, "If you support the police instead of criminals, crime will go down." The officer stated that he created this meme and stated that his intent behind posting the photo was to talk about policy and things that should be done to stop crime, but are not being done to stop crime. This post depicts Mayor Ginther in a way that suggests he is not supportive of CPD. And so that post was found to be in violation of 10.18 Section 4B2, where it states the City of Columbus expects its employees to be courteous and respectful towards residents, supervisors, fellow employees, and public officials. This post depicts a news article picturing a CPD cruiser with the headline, "Columbus Police Policy Change Puts Restrictions on Serving Warrants Overnight." The officer added, "No more catching domestic violence suspect at night, guys. The best way to fight crime is to let the criminals sleep." A comment made by the officer on the post further states, "One lesson you learn as a police officer, you can't get in trouble for doing nothing. Sit in the parking lot, avoid the public, let criminals run loose. You won't lose your job for that. You won't get fired for that. You won't go to prison for that. This is what happens when you prioritize optics over fighting crime, which is the reason we have police officers." The officer stated that he did post the photo and that his intent behind posting this photo was to comment on the news article. He stated that it was unfortunate because it was the best time to catch these people. The comment made in the post regarding police action were found to be in violation of, again, policy 10.18.3A, noting that the SOP 1.01, which states, "To fulfill this mission, sworn personnel assigned to patrol zones shall utilize preventative and directive patrol techniques in response to calls for service," etc. And I'll read a couple more because this was concerning to me because we have an officer that certainly you can get frustrated, doing the job. And certainly you can think some of these things in your mind, but when you start posting those types of things, you not only offend the public or some of the public, but you're also offending probably some of the people you work with. And so,
I was part of that review committee. I found it highly disturbing. You know, it seems like the officer has his own agenda and his own opinion, which he's most certainly entitled to, but putting it out on social media, I found very offensive, and his comments were very offensive.
and he talks about, like this last one, his intent and what he meant, but he posted it, but he didn't say in his posting what he meant until after question about it. And in each and every one of these that the investigator asks his intent of, he says the opposite of the depiction, basically. So basically, it depicts this thing, and he was saying, but I meant this. But let me do this. Let me read this one.
Which one is that?
Post number 10. This post depicts a woman in the kitchen. The words on the photo state, "I brought home a new dishwasher. Now my wife is mad at me." Women are too complicated. The officer stated that he posted this photo and that the intent behind posting the photo was a joke. He stated that there was no sexist or misogynistic intent behind this photo. That post was also found to be in violation. And number 11, this photo depicts a man and a woman protester holding up a sign that states, "Stop killing black people." The words added to the photo state, "Go hold that sign up in the hood and shave them armpits, you filthy hippie." The officer stated that he was familiar with this photo and that he posted the photo. He stated that his intent behind the photo was criticizing people that accuse the police of a lot of things without taking in the perspective of the rest of the world. And that it's clueless people criticizing the police. When asked if there was any ill intent behind the photo, he stated, "I do believe that women should shave their armpits." And it goes on and on and on. Yes.
There are some posts that had racial slurs.
That's right.
Right, and other ethnic slurs as well on the page, correct?
Well, it's very evident that this officer was putting their personal feelings out, got caught, and didn't want to take ownership of it.